In today's class, we will learn about waste water management or waste water treatment plant, STP, or we can call it wastewater story. The reason why we call it the wastewater story is actually, water is life. If somebody says water is life, generally the people will be confused. Understood? Ordinary people, to ordinary people, those who actually don't have time to think about the significance of water, oxygen, but the you know but to those who are educated, they understand the value of water. But actually, as the light of literacy, understood, reached almost every home in the modern world, except few places in the world, understood, almost entire world, modern world is educated now, right? And if anybody says that he doesn't understand the value of water, that is wrong. Everybody, wherever you live, everybody knows the importance of water, because without water nobody can be alive in this world, right or not? It's water that keeps us alive. It is water that we need, not only for us, for almost every living being that live in this world with us, understood? Be it cats, insects, every living being, understood? Besides that, even the trees that give us oxygen, even oxygen gas is also what? Life giving gas, isn't it? It's also the reason why we are alive, especially people, human beings, right? And in return we give them carbon dioxide, without which they cannot live. So there is a understood link between us. We depend on each other for our existence, right? Another beautiful thing is that atmosphere. Atmosphere is also very important, because when you look at different spheres, understood, when you understand the how the art functions, understood, like revolution, rotation. I have told you a lot of things, and you are quite aware of where we are. So it's the world which we call that it's God who created this beautiful world for us. And if you look at the science behind our existence and the entire system, understood, entire world, the way, sometimes I don't know who created this world, but see, entire world, understood, the science, the science of the creation of this earth will amaze everybody. Just you set aside a second and sit in silence and think over how this beautiful world was created, understood. Now that is not our question. The question is, it is very easy, understood, and but at the same time it's quite difficult, because if you understand uh, the water story, wastewater story, you can understand everything. Because in this world, entire humanity depends on water. Not only humanity, I've told you the animal world, the wild animals, they also need water. Or even this world without water is nothing. World without water is nothing, because water is the reason behind the creation, understood, on earth, behind the presence of animals and human beings, right? So here what we do, the story tells us we human beings that live in this world use water, depend on water for our existence, and for that we use water, we consume it, we drink like mm, you know fruit, understood, fruit juice, and even coconut, understood, juice, and then we drink river water, understood, rainwater. Now in the modern world, in the ancient world, people depended on river water, ocean water. But in the modern world, what do the people do? They drink clean drinking water, right? Without clean drinking water, can people live in this world? Can the people live in this world without water, without drinking water? Is it possible? Nobody can live in this world. So the water that we use in our homes.
স্যারকে বলেছো না বলছি স্যার তাতে ছেড়ে দিয়ে নাপে চলে গেলে পড়বে তো কাকে সাইন্স
ইউ ডোন্ট ওয়ারি, আমি ওই জিনিসটাই খুব সুন্দর করে, ওর একটা ওয়েস্ট ওয়াটার ম্যানেজমেন্ট আছে, ওটা একটু কমপ্লিট করে দিই সুন্দর করে, আর ওর কোয়েশ্চেন আছে 5টা, এটা করে দিই সুন্দর করে বুঝিয়ে দিই কীভাবে লিখতে হয়। দেখুন এখানে আপনাকে একটা জিনিস দেখাচ্ছি, জাস্ট একটা এই যে এটা শেখাতে হবে বাচ্চাদের, হোয়াট ইজ ওয়েস্ট ওয়াটার। তা আমি কি বলতে পারি, ডার্টি ওয়াটার, DIRTY, আনসারটা করে দিলে তো 5 মিনিটে, ডার্টি ওয়াটার, ঠিক আছে, যেটা আসে দ্যাট কামস ফ্রম হোমস, তারপর হসপিটালস, ঠিক আছে, তারপর হোমস হসপিটালস, তারপর হাউসেস, ঠিক আছে, আর কি, এন্ড ইন্ডাস্ট্রিজ। ঠিক আছে, তাহলে ডার্টি ওয়াটার দ্যাট কামস ফ্রম হোমস, hospitals, houses and industries is called what?
Wastewater.
তাই তো হয়ে গেল। Very easy to understand and easy to write. If I write this way, even the schools do not teach them like this. আরে বাবা, রাইটিং তো একটা আর্ট, ওটা তো শেখাতে হবে বাচ্চাকে। আমাদের বাচ্চারা কি ছোটবেলা থেকে সুন্দর ইংরেজি লেখাটা শিখছে?
সেটাই তো,
এটা তো শেখাতে হবে। আর আমি যতগুলো বাচ্চাকে পড়াতে, বলতে না, আমরা ভগবানের আশীর্বাদে মাস্টার হয়ে যায়। আমার যে স্টুডেন্টটা যেটা স্প্রিংডেল থেকে বেরোলো, সৌমদীপ্ত ব্যাপারী, ফার্স্ট হলো ক্লাস 12-এ, ও তো মানে ভাবা যায় না এত দারুণ ইংলিশ লিখতো। ও নিজে একটা লেখক টাইপের হয়ে গেছে, কারণ লিখতে 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 হয়ে যায় না। ছোটবেলা থেকে পড়ছে, একটা বেবি বয়, ওটাকে একদম ক্লাস 12 পর্যন্ত নিয়ে গেলেন, ও কী হয়ে যাবে? ক্লাস 12-এ উঠতে উঠতে মানে ও তো, আমি মনে করি 96 না 98 পেয়েছে ইংলিশে, ইংলিশ অনার্স করতে পারতো, কিন্তু না, ওর বাবা যেহেতু প্রফেসর, হিস্ট্রি অনার্স করে ও হিস্টোরিয়ান হবে, বুঝতে পেরেছো? এক একটা লোকের একটা লক্ষ্য থাকে, ও সায়েন্স নিয়েও পড়তে পারতো, সব কিছুতেই 96-এর উপরে মার্কস, বুঝতে পেরেছো? তবুও হিস্টোরিয়ান, ইতিহাস পড়তে যাবে আমেরিকাতে। যাই হোক, এটা আমি এটা না, 5টা কোশ্চেনের আনসারগুলো আমি তো বলে দিতে হবে না, শিখতে হবে তো। ইউ আন্ডারস্টুড নাও? ওকে, সো হোয়াট ইজ সুয়েজ ওয়েস্ট সিস্টেম, নাকি সুয়েজ ওয়েস্ট সিস্টেম না STP বল না বাবা?
আমি আসলে লিখেছি ওটাকে,
সুয়েজ ওয়াটার ট্রিটমেন্ট
নিচে লিখেছি তো।
কি লিখেছিস বল?
ডিফাইন সিওয়েজ সিস্টেম।
হোয়াট ইজ সুয়েজ বল না, সুয়েজটা কি জিনিস, তাই তো? হোয়াট ইজ ওয়েস্ট ওয়াটার, হোয়াট ইজ সুয়েজ, সুয়েজটা কি জিনিস? Sewage is dirty water that contains human and chemical waste. Understood? Dirty water that contains dirty water that contains what? Human and chemical. তাই তো? Chemical waste. তাই তো? প্রজ্ঞা? If you look at it, human waste means the vegetable scraps, urine, understood? Feces from our homes. These are all human waste, understood? That comes from hospitals, houses, understood? And hospital, houses and schools, right? And chemical waste, they come from industries. This is why I have shortened the answer and I have written dirty water that contains human and chemical waste. Understood? You understood now? So define sewage treatment plant. What is sewage treatment plant? Can you tell me?
সিস্টেমটা বলে নিন তো সিস্টেম
What
সুয়েজ
is
সিস্টেম
sewage treatment plant? It is a place. It is a place where it is a place where dirty water. It is a place where dirty water is cleaned. CLEANED, cleaned before it goes to rivers or reused. Understood? Is that clear? That is what is how is it clean? I've told you already. What is sewage treatment plant? I've told you how sewage is cleaned. Sewage is clean through steps like the first step is screening, the second step is
গ্রেড রিমুভাল
grit removal, third thing is sedimentation,
Sedimentation.
and the fourth one is
অয়েল ফ্লোট
no sludge and scum. You are talking about this, no? Last step is, can't you remember? If you can't remember, then these are the 3 points you can mention. And why don't you have don't you have a phone that can help you? Just see, or you can just see the book. I have got cold, so I'm taking tea. Sorry. Now tell me, why can't you remove? Fine. You know,
ইরেশন
aeration means you are pumping water and the bacteria eating the waste. Understood? That is how the water is purified, cleaned, and the cleaned water is then supplied. Even now I have a question. What happens to the sludge and scum? You have understood this. Understood. Why treatment plant is important? Why treatment plant, water treatment plant, sewage treatment plant important?
ইট কিপস রিভার ক্লিন
It not only keeps the river clean. This actually, look at UP. Earlier in UP, there was a there were STP were there, sewage treatment plants were there, but they were not as good as the modern ones. Understood? Being used all over the world to keep the water clean. Even the present governments in UP have set up many STPs, sewage treatment plants, just to keep the societies, just to keep the people in UP healthy. Not only UP, entire India is doing it. We are now cleaning our water. Understood? Because the dirty water from our homes, hospitals, houses, even industries is like doing harm to Indians. Naturally, it is our duty to set up STPs on the banks of the rivers. Understood? On the banks of the rivers near the cities, where the network of pipes, understood, used to bring the dirty water, that is wastewater, to those treatment plants, understood, and to get them cleaned before they are released in the rivers or reused for different purposes, like for the purpose of watering the plants, for to be used in factories, even for the hospitals. Understood? This for irrigations, right? And that is how the water story is very important for us to know. But I was trying my best to tell the water story, how it beautifies our life, but I couldn't do that. But next time I get a time, I will tell you about it, how the water story actually works. With this, I come to the end of this class, and as I know you have an exam to give tomorrow, so I don't really want to kill your time. So I would like you to please subscribe to my channel and give me a like. Bye.